So we got news about the Assassin's Creed 4 remake, which I I I think is unnecessary. I don't see a reason to make a remake of Assassin's Creed 4. The thing is, I love Assassin's Creed 4. It's my second favorite Assassin's Creed game. I absolutely love it. And but I love it. I wouldn't say it's dated. I wouldn't. I wouldn't say it's dated. Especially because I think a lot of people are saying it's dated just how the old gameplay is and they don't want to learn it or anything. Which there's not even that much of a learning curve with the older games. But I love the older Assassin's Creed games. But they're remaking Assassin's Creed 4, which I think is just a stupid idea. I think there's no reason for it. But so they're making it, and we got news that they're gonna add, meaning that they're changing the gameplay, and they're gonna make it more like the RPG Assassin's Creed games rather than how it originally was. And then they're saying that they're going to get rid of the modern day section, and we're going to add some more stuff on the map. And very much, this remake seems like it's Assassin's Creed 4, but RPG. Like, they're making the RPG Assassin's Creed, but as Assassin's Creed 4. Which I don't like, because, the thing is, I adore the RPG Assassin's Creed games. I do. Assassin's Creed Valhalla is my third favorite Assassin's Creed game. I absolutely love Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Assassin's Creed Shadows, while I had problems with it, I really loved Assassin's Creed Shadows. I know the DLC just came out, and I don't know when I'm going to get to it. Like, I'll get to it next time I play Assassin's Creed Shadows. But, like, I really enjoyed Assassin's Creed Shadows, but I did have issues with it. And, like, I mainly think the controversy around Assassin's Creed Shadows was bigger. Like, it was so much bigger than anything that had anything to do with the actual game. Like, the game itself, I think, is, like, pretty good. So, I love Valhalla. I really liked and loved Shadows. Assassin's Creed Odyssey, I really like, and Assassin's Creed Odyssey, I really like. I have not played Origins yet. I need to get to that. I have it. I just haven't played it. But I adore the RPG games. The 3 RPG games I have and I have played, I adore. But it's like, that doesn't mean I want the previous games to be remade into the RPG games. But I like the RPG games because they have a different feeling. They don't feel like the older Assassin's Creed games, and it does also help that the RPG games, they don't have anything to do with the assassins. Like, it's probably the biggest criticism that older Assassin's Creed fans give to the RPG games is that, remember when this franchise was about assassins? But I honestly think that is something that actually makes the RPG games kind of unique, where the older Assassin's Creed games, they were about the assassins and the Templars. Even a game like Assassin's Creed 3, which in my own video I've said that the game, the Assassins Templars are like very much a side thing. They're not the main focus, which I really like. The game is still about Assassins and Templars. It still has Assassins and Templars. The whole thing is Connor joining the Assassins and taking out the Templars. While, with RPG games, they don't have, like, the Templars aren't a thing. Like, in Odyssey, it's the Cult of Cosmos. Valhalla, like, you have an entirely different cult. To be honest, I forgot the name of it, but, I forgot the name of the cult in Valhalla. But, you have... You have a cult in Valhalla you have to take out. In Shadows, you have another cult you have to take out. And I don't think they're all perfect. I think there are problems with with how each game handles the cult that you have to take out. But I think it works that these take place in times when the Assassin Templars don't really exist. Now, Shadows does take place during the Ezio games, which I do think is kind of funny that, they just released it. They were like, oh, the Ezio Legacy outfit is, you can now have that and wear that as Naue. And I just think that's funny because it's like, okay, so the Ezio games are going on right now, but Naue over in Japan can wear Ezio's robe. I just think that's funny. But, even then, Assassin's Creed Shadows, the Assassins basically don't exist. I don't know what the DLC says. I have not played it yet. But, the Assassins are basically gone. Naue is basically the last assassin. And even then, could we really say she's an actual assassin? And even the Assassin Brotherhood of Japan seems like, it doesn't seem like they are the assassins and everything. And again, I have not played the DLC. I know the DLC adds more to the story of Assassin's Creed Shadows. I have not played it yet. But to me, that what works about the RPG games is that, they aren't about the assassins versus the Templars. They aren't about the assassins. The assassins don't exist. And the games where they do exist, they are the hidden ones. It's when the assassins are just starting. So, remaking Assassin's Creed 4 and making it be like the RPG games, and it's like, okay, even a game like Assassin's Creed 4, where the assassins basically don't have, they have even less to do in Assassin's Creed 4 than they do in Assassin's Creed 3, which, again, is one of the reasons why I love Assassin's Creed 4. To me, Assassin's Creed is as best when they aren't the main focus, when the Assassins and Templars are a thing in the background, where it's, they are the background, and the main focus is on the characters. That to me, that's when Assassin's Creed is at its best. With Connor's story focusing on Connor and his people and American Revolution, and the Assassin Templars are in the background. Where it's they're here, but they're not the main focus. It's the same thing with Assassin's Creed 4. Edward and his journey of becoming a pirate and going through that entire journey is the main focus, while the Assassins and Templars are in the background. It's they're there, but they're not the main focus. Anyway, even with Valhalla, it's Eivor and Eivor's tribe is that's the main focus. Eivor is the main focus, and the hated ones and the cult are kind of in the background. So, but saying all that, I don't think it's a good idea to be we're going to remake Assassin's Creed 4 and just add these RPG mechanics, which one, I don't think the game needed in the first place, but it also, you're just changing how Assassin's Creed 4 is, just because you can. And it's okay, I like the RPG mechanics. I don't think you should change the gameplay that works perfectly. If it's not broke, don't fix it. Why change it to the RPG game? The RPG games work. You work by themselves. They won't work if you replace the gameplay of Assassin's Creed 4 with the gameplay of the RPG games. And I also think it's just stupid replacing the modern, we're just getting rid of the modern day section of Assassin's Creed 4. Now, and there was a big thing when Assassin's Creed Shadows came out. Everyone was oh, you can't get rid of the modern day section, and modern day section sucks. But you can't get rid of the modern day section. It's so important. Me personally, I don't care that Shadows didn't have a modern day section. In fact, that was one thing I actually really liked about Shadows. I don't like the modern day section, so I'm get rid of it. I don't care. And people be oh, well, then you were never a fan of Assassin's Creed. Oh, shut up. Just shut up. Literally nobody was a fan of the modern day stuff, until Desmond died, and then all of a sudden people were oh my god, we cared about the modern day stuff. No, you didn't. But, the modern day stuff in Assassin's Creed 4, that's actually one of the few times I actually did like the modern day section. Because mainly it's Ubisoft making fun of themselves. It's Ubisoft making fun of themselves. And it's not completely boring. compared to like all the other times you do modern day stuff. So I think it's stupid like replacing it. Well, not even replacing it, just getting rid of it. But either way, I think this remake is pointless. I'm not planning on buying it. I have Assassin's Creed 4 for both the 360 and the Xbox One. I'm not planning on buying this. This Assassin's Creed 3 remaster was awful. I imagine the Assassin's Creed 4 remake is bad. And I remember everyone was getting mad because something came out where it was like Ubisoft is suing the voice actor of Edward Kenway, over announcing the remake and everything. And people were blaming Ubisoft. And look, I hate Ubisoft. I don't like Ubisoft. I love Assassin's Creed, but I don't like Ubisoft. But I saw that and I kind of went, yeah, if he's under an NDA of, hey, don't speak about this remake, and he hints at it, yeah, that's breaking the NDA. Like, it's kind of that thing, like a post going around. A post is going around right now of a guy reviewing the new Silent Hill game, but he's speaking about it positively, so, it should be okay. It's like, dude, I don't think Konami is that dumb where they're going to look at that and go, well, he spoke positively about a game, so it's okay that he breaks the embargo. No. Either way, I think this is really stupid of Ubisoft, one, just making the remake in the first place, I think is stupid, but replacing the gameplay with the RPG games. And, I love the RPG games. I love the original games. And, I don't want them to start adding all these RPG stuff into the original games. Because while I love the RPG stuff, I love the RPG stuff in their own, in the RPG games. Not just shoved into Assassin's Creed 4 and these games that weren't RPGs. Anyway, I'll see you guys all in the next video, whatever that may be.